skipped 2. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, 2, 1. Wait.
Apparently, a bunch of grown adults can't count down from 5. I always get paranoid about that. When one of the things police officers do to test if you're drunk is do the alphabet backwards. I can't do the alphabet forwards. There's 2 things that Ollie can't understand. It proves that Ollie has a negative intelligence score. Or maybe this is wisdom. I don't know. I don't know the alphabet off the top of my head, and I don't know months. The order of months.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but it just never clicked.
Wait, elaborate. And you don't know which months have which days?
No, I don't know. That too. Who would know that? But mainly, I don't know the order in which months go.
So I was born September of '85, and Ian was born in November of '85. Who's older?
I mean, come on. I mean, first of all, that's not true. You're older than Ian.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's the answer. That's the answer.
Great question.
Oh.
I need to go back to school? Yeah, you're probably. Hey! But this school's in. The Olirant School of D&D is in session. We're doing this show, but it's sometimes on. Not always. Because we're just doing a sort of a side thing while we're working out the next couple of things I'm going to be doing on the channel. We're coming back here with Jarviskjir to Kill a Lich, our level 16 adventure, where they are... this is only week 4. It feels like it's week 6, but you've just done a lot, which I guess because it's sort of a more refined campaign instead of Gilwyn and Vale going all over the world.
Is this 4? I honestly thought it was session 3 because we've had some pretty involved sessions.
It's actually session 4.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because you session 1 you sort of learnt where the shit's going on. Lesson 2 you sort of rounded up the armies, and session 3 you started. So what basically has been going on?
In session 1 we killed a dragon.
You killed a dragon in session 1, that's true. Don't forget that.
We also killed worms.
Yeah, big worms.
Big worms.
Huge
worms.
Yeah.
Huge worms.
You know what, Scott? Why don't you recap what's happened over the campaign so far while I get my shit together?
I want to eat my awful tasting radioactive
Ian, why don't you describe what happened in the game so far while I get my shit together?
The game so far, what as a whole? Okay. So we're a bunch of important people from Yarvan, the Empire of Yarvan, which is where Goldport is now in modern day Jarviskjir, this being 1,000 years ago or whatever. We were tasked by the Emperor to go figure out whether this Lich in this city that appears and reappears and disappears and whatever, confirmed that he's there. We went, we confirmed he was there. We killed a dragon while we confirmed he was there.
Just sort of casual.
Job description. Yeah, it wasn't
lads on tour.
Went back and then basically decided to go kill the Lich with a bunch of dwarves, some halflings. We killed a couple of burrowing worms that had just destroyed the royal district of Goldport. And now we are in the tower. We are trying not to waste our precious spell slots on random goons, which Ollie is throwing lots of them at us.
It's almost like you're in a dungeon or something.
Yeah, I know. Who would have thought?
A dungeon. Also, you killed a storm giant, which is no small feat.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, where the campaign starts off tonight, you were making your way up into the tower proper. You were set upon by a bunch of simple gargoyles that were really no trouble at all to a lot of you. Just sort of almost a waste of time. When you made your way up the stairs further into the tower, you saw a room where all you could see was ice that stretched before you. Before any of you even stepped out into the room, Mikhail clutched a necklace with a ruby, tore it from its chain, and threw it into the middle of the room. Now that is where I do one thing, and then I do another thing.
You were throwing fireballs like it's hot.
No.
Fireballs.
So,
No.
what happens is you throw this into the center of the room where the ice lays before you, and it's a sort of chamber where the ice is almost mist is crawling up from the ice into sort of just dusty air. This gem bounces off the floor and then starts to rise as fire wells out of it. None of you know what the hell is going on, aside from, you know, he's a pyromancer, so you assume that him doing fire is a good thing. And what slowly starts to take form before, for a lot of you, although only sort of Rael and Mikael can really see it, is that of a large fire elemental. And not just any random fire elemental, but honestly, probably most of you have seen elementals before. This one has a crown of flames, a sword of flames in one hand, and slowly looks over its shoulder back at Mikael. Because Mikael is not just some token trinket that he found in a horde. This is an enemy he defeated long ago, and this is not just him using a magical item, this is him calling in a favor. And that's where you roll some tasty initiatives, because we're starting off hot. Like literally, fire elemental hot, 10 gazillion degrees, something like that.
Why are you?
Because I'm not eating watermelon, but I'm eating watermelon sherbet.
Isn't it pronounced sorbet?
Sherbet is not sorbet.
Yeah, two different things, buddy.
I know.
I don't. I wasn't sure that you knew. that was like in the level of like, I don't know, just some random thing, like not being able to tell the order of the months. That he just anyone might have as a slight, you know, goof, you know. Woo!
Speaking of slight goof, I totally did not click my token, but that's because I can't see it.
You should be able to see it.
Oh, now I can.
You should just scroll over the right place. Yeah.
It's just the whole place is dark around it, which is what.
Yeah,
Roll
because
20
you don't
close
have so you don't have dark vision. I'm fairly sure.
Yes, you do. I have
Oh, you
120
do.
feet.
Yes.
Also, it's just a narrow corridor.
It's a narrow corridor. That's why.
So like Scott and I are too far back to see.
Yeah, exactly. But you can see
I'll
your
take
big,
that one.
ugly faces. No, that's not how it works.
Oh, I thought I fixed it. Hold on. Now I fixed it.
Yeah, we were typing at the same time, and then I added some of these.
Oh, that's why it fuddled on me.
Yeah, it fuddles when that happens. That's definitely the technical term in which we should use. Oh, good initiative roll, Will.
Yeah.
Good job,
That
you
one's out of the
idiot.
system on relatively unimportant rolls.
Yeah, hopefully it's the only one you're gonna have. So,
Yeah.
starting off.
That's the DM jinx, I believe, right there.
The one and only one you'll have. I actually like that phrase. That's cute.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's cute.
Put that on a shirt.
It's your special one.
I don't even hate that as much as I have every right to. That's like the last message in like a My Little Pony episode or something. So, from the back of the room, crawling out of these stone serpents' mouths, are small, icy demons. Well, this one, and then there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right up there, because it's stupid. And secondarily, as you see these icy creatures fly with sort of almost thin glass wings further into the battlefield, the fire elemental turns back, seeing that this is clearly its fight, and shards of ice are thrown at it. You see them pierce its relative form. Elementals have a sort of a body that is constantly shifting and moving, although there's still always, you know, a sort of core to them. These icicles. I'm fighting myself. It's like every late night. Did I not put a post-it note for elementals? Am I like actually a stupid man? I am. Good
Does
job.
Ollie keep meaning to make these references, or is this just like
I don't know.
What references?
nothing?
You're fighting yourself like every late night. Shouldn't that be loving yourself?
Well, you know, a little column A,
I
and a little
don't, I
column
don't,
B.
I don't kink shame, man.
Yeah, so this shards of ice launch from the north and the south of the chamber, from creatures out of view, piercing the fire elemental. And while the ice quickly melts away, it's clear that the elemental is jostled and pushed somewhat. Yeah. Next up is General.
I can't see it.
Yeah. You're gonna have to go into the doorway, ain't you?
Do I go down?
Yeah.
Because I can't even see which way I'm supposed
You
to
can
go.
see which way you can see where light is filtering in.
Okay, cool. Thank you. 1, 2. All right. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I don't want to move forward, but I can't stop on your square. 3. 1 second to look.
Yeah. That's totally reasonable.
1 second. Can you please describe that little bad guy for me again?
Sort of a, I mean, you are aware, Scott, that this is a mephit. I would even reckon General is probably aware that they're a mephit, you know, sort of very small, bitey elementals.
And it obviously seems like it's ready to fight.
Oh yeah,
So-
it's flying up to the doorway, sort of like an angry bug, sort of not flying straight, flying in a sort of weird. Yeah.
Angry bug method. Awesome. So I'm going to rush up to the thing. I'll attack it with my arming blade.
And that's a hit.
I will use a defensive flourish, right? Yeah, we'll use defensive flourish. I'm going to use master flourish. And got a 3, so plus 3 to that. Here's my damage.
That hasn't started. All right, Roton is just a little slow,
14 damage to it.
like a little slow.
That'll be attack with my
great.
parrying dagger.
Yep.
Is my bonus action. Oh, sorry, no, arming blade again. Because I get 2 attacks.
Yeah, don't forget that. That's also a hit.
It's a total of 25.
Yep.
So,
You
actually
get, no.
technically 3 more, 28 total. My apologies. Go ahead.
You instantly, when you run up to this thing, you slash at it a couple of times confidently, and it shatters into shards very quickly as they fall apart. As it's basically literally like smashing a large chunk of ice, which means it falls into like segments to start segmenting even more. But those shards actually fly at you immediately after. Give me a dex save.
Oh, sure.
Oh, you're easy peasy. The shards of ice that fly at you are still sharp and jagged, and they still do 4 damage to you, but that's... It's one of those things where even when you sort of dodge out of the way, throw your cloak at the shards as they come out at you, you're aware that it could have been a whole lot worse.
Definitely could have been. So that was 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
6 is my movements. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to cast. In case I can use them.
I didn't know that was a bonus action, but that makes total sense to be one. Cool. Next up is Riel.
Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3. What is this, by the way? Is this just like an ice floor?
It looks like a beautiful floor of you know when you see like pictures of an ice cave where the ice is like that powerful blue color? It's that. There's this mist rolling off of it. I will say something I actually forgot to do. An area around the fire elemental is the ice has melted away to a stone underneath that is coated in these blue and white runes.
Okay. It's going to be dangerous if I step into it, I can tell. But I'm a flipping paladin. I'm meant to be at the
It
front.
is your job as the
It
paladin
is
to
a
be
job.
first in danger.
What are you talking about? What are you
So
talking
the
about?
ice is difficult
6.
terrain.
There we go.
So that's as far as you can go. As you
Yeah.
start stepping onto the ice, it starts crawling up your legs.
Of course it does.
In thin layers, enough that you can still move, but it takes a definite like force of motion to move as the ice starts to move on you.
So listen, Ian, I'm going to cast Burning Sphere, and I'm going to use my turn to like have it roll with you. so it just like burns everything around you.
I mean, you're welcome to do that, but I can just take a couple of steps down and I'm off the ice again and attacking this thing down here. So,
Okay, fire elemental friend.
But I want to
so-
have a rolling ball of fire. Just share a square with you.
Mikael,
Yep.
did you issue this a command when you summoned it? You're muted.
You errand.
Oh, I errand hard. Oh, I like that, Aaron. Oh, Aaron, you're muted. So,
I'm
No!
not muted.
Oh.
oh, you talking? Anyway, or spoke rather. Yeah, I would have said destroy the ice.
Okay. First of all, it swings at the tiny monster before it because it's right there in front of its body.
Wait, but also these little monsters are made of.
They
ice,
also
right?
are made of ice, exactly.
Yeah. So
It's
exactly.
it's not wrong. That is very much a hit. I'm fighting myself. Whoop, whoop,
I'm
whoop.
fighting myself.
So it swings with it at the first hand with its sword of flame, but just melts a large like chunk out of this ice creature. With the second time, it starts sort of dashing around the elemental, trying to not be around the elemental, which honestly is not the silliest idea. And the elemental being kind of like, it's fast, it can move in short bursts of speed, but it basically keeps outrunning it as it's trying to attack, and that ice around it is still just as melted. Next up is Devi.
Yep. Actually, see what we're doing.
Yeah. You actually have a sort of advantage of it being a stream where you're like, I don't know what's going on. I can just peek at the stream and see what the other people see.
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit it, I've done it before.
So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out over there. I double moved, and the
Awesome.
bonus action moved. That's the turn.
Awesome. Next up is Mikael himself.
Mikael is going to 3, 4, 5. So you said that these things came out of the snake?
Mm-hmm. First of all, I have to give Scott his anniversary present of Happy Birthday, Mr. President. And then,
You have to understand, I wasn't in chat. I was not looking at chat. That was really weird.
that's just what happens when you get a year-long sub on twitch.tv/olirant. It's just what happens. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. Yes, the efforts of seen crawling out of the stone snakes. Actually, looking at this one right now, you actually see ice claws pulling their way out of the sort of mouth of the statue.
All right, I'm going to throw a firebolt into the mouth of the statue.
I can hear an ice cream van outside.
I don't have advantage. That's just an
so now
act.
you've Eric'd and you've Eric.
You've got to
I
re-roll.
have errand and I'm. You know what? They're moving and I just missed them.
Aw.
Roll damage.
Oh shit!
Yeah. The occasional, like, Eric is a good thing. Okay,
Am I gonna
so...
reroll any of this? Hold on. No, I'm good with that. I'm happy with that at the statue.
So, you launch this blast of fire at the statue, which grows even stronger in the presence of the fire elemental. You fire at aiming for just sort of the mouth and head of the stone serpent. The entire statue explodes and ruptures into nothingness, and you see a almost static of magic of the effect when sort of magical wards are broken in the air around it, and this discordant noise and blast of force.
I will yell out, you guys worry about these wisps. I'll take out the statues. That's the end of my turn.
That was my turn.
Alrighty, next up is the little bitey bitches.
Little bitey bitches. You got little
bitey
bitey.
bitches. One of them's attacking the elementals, so you're good. And actually, there's only one of them because you destroyed the statue, so you're absolutely perfect. Actually,
That's what I'm told often.
It does not much damage. Good. Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know. Good damage, little bastard. You're so useful. Next up are the ice elementals in the corners of the room. One is going to throw ice down at Riel. Riel, what's your armor class?
I believe it is. I have it down as 22 at the moment, and I assume actually because the
Plate
last
armor
fight I
shield.
used Shield of Faith, didn't I? So,
Oh.
and it presumably hasn't been an hour to get from
No?
that previous
No.
one. So yeah, 22 at the moment.
So you are moving steadfast forward with your shield, a shard of ice thrown from the ice elementals that stand on raised plinths on the sides of the room, and honestly, they the large chunk of ice, which is like a javelin to you, just cements itself in the ground in front of you. A miss by like a foot or so, actually. This one's going to fight the elemental because it sees that, but that's actually going to be a big old miss. Next up is General.
So, I really want to start attacking the guys in the pillars on the platforms over there.
The platforms are raised by around 10 feet.
Yeah, that's fine. So you see this corner right here?
Yeah.
I know you go step, but I'm looking to try to like acrobatics or something to not.
Oh, to
touch
like
the ice
jump
or-
over? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What would the check be? Acrobatics or athletics?
Either. It won't be very hard either way.
Okay.
Because it's
not a
one of
problem.
those things, you're not even doing like a 5-foot jump, you're essentially like hopping around the corner. Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's easy enough.
So it still counts as 10 feet, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, I'll stop back here. I'm going to throw one of those
Magic stones? It's
Thanks.
okay. Apparently, if we don't have our morning stream of Mass Effect, neither of us know how to word.
Yeah, no, apparently not.
I'm
It's
gonna
just it's our wake up call.
I'm gonna have to do like a fake stream before this stream to warm up.
So I need to make an intelligence, a charisma save effectively, because that's all it is my modifier plus my proficiency bonus, right? So it's effectively a charisma save would be the roll. Yeah, so that's what
Unless
I'll
you have
roll.
any
Just
bonuses to your saves, which you technically do, but you don't. You're not
Not from that.
applied. Yeah.
yeah.
You
So I'm
would
going to do
be
that, and then I'll
able to.
add it to my character sheet after this round.
Yeah.
So I'll attack with Magic Stone.
Yeah.
So that's going to do 1d6 plus 6 damage. On a hit, it's 1d6 damage. If it misses, spell ends in the stone. So here we go. Roll 1d6 plus 6. Sad.
But still 7 damage.
I will cast it. Cast another stone. He who is small cast the first stone.
Is that why you
Okay.
took this spell?
Yes.
Okay. Fine by that.
As
You keep rolling small, I'm happy with that.
What does it look like as I'm taking these magic stones, like hurling them at this thing? How is it like reacting?
It does flinch. These stones, if it was just any old stone, it wouldn't do anything. These stones hurled with magical force, they do sort of leave these imprints that start to spiral out cracks of ice in the vaguely humanoid form of the ice elemental, but they've not like snapped any parts off or anything yet.
Gotcha.
nothing's
So
very secure.
nothing really awesome is
Yeah.
happening from these. Okay, cool. Then I think I'll actually save my bonus action this turn. No, you know what? I'm going to use it to inspire. Where's Arvine? Riel's right there. Okay, I'm going to use one of my inspirations to give you bardic inspiration. Okay?
I'm gonna use my inspiration to give you inspiration.
Actually using it the normal way rather than your
Yes,
normal.
exactly. Riel, you're up next. Remember, the ice is difficult.
Yeah.
To terrain.
10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. Might as well run up to it because I'm not going to.
It is 10 feet up.
It is 10 feet up.
That like blackened area is raised 10 feet.
So that's going to take extra movement. Or will it take a check?
Actually, I believe your standard jump height with a run-up is probably enough to get up there. I need to check, actually.
Ollie, I still had a little bit left of my move. If I knew that she was coming this way, could I have like actually used my move, like step up 1 or 2 more because I still have move left, and like do like a whole like allow my back to like, you know what I mean?
Because this is going to end well. A woman in heavy plates stepping on the back of a half.
Well, actually, what's your strength modifier?
10.
No.
+4.
Oh.
Okay, you can jump 7 feet with a run up. So I'll say with him being if you do that whole team maneuver, I'm not even gonna make you do a roll. You could basically essentially bounce off him like it's Mario Rabbids, and it's not clean by any stretch of the imagination. But you keep enough momentum to get it to the... It's one of the ones where you probably land like half on, or like drag up. But...
0. It's not very elegant, but it's effective, you know.
That's so funny. I have a 10 strength. You have a 10 dex. so it's like we're doing the wrong thing for what we're doing.
That's your full turn, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything. No, I've not got anything useful as a bonus because I've got the concentration up.
Yeah, Paladins only get to do one thing with a bonus action the whole session. The fire elemental is actually the raw heat of the elemental does melt this method into nothing more than water, unfortunately, for the poor fella. And then it starts doing exactly as you said. It starts sort of stabbing down at the ice while moving. But something you notice, because you're behind it, the ice... where it leaves, the runes quickly reform the layer of ice. It's probably only an inch or 2 thick, but is definitely, you know, magical. That's what he's trying to do. You're just aware that it's not going to be necessarily so easy. Okie dokie. Next up is Devi.
Yep. I am going to use my action. Actually, I'm gonna try to move up here if I can. Can I try to acrobatics that? Okay. And that'll be my movement and my bonus action.
Yep.
I can't see what I rolled because it's going so slow.
You rolled an 18. It's easy.
Okay,
good
it's
enough.
actually a 19 because I do have pursued it.
Of course.
So I'm gonna jump up there and I'm going to cast Phage Hand with my action.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Okay.
All right, Mikhail.
I'm going to. If I were to talk,
You're
to
going
this
to suck?
elemental, it's a free action, right?
What are you trying to do?
Talk to the elemental.
Yeah, if commands are free. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just say, get the other elemental, and I'll point toward the one that Devi went to. And then I will attack at the other statue with a firebolt.
Absolutely. That is not a hit. Well, you do hit, it just doesn't do anything. The fire just sort of...
Fair enough. I will, I guess, move a little bit closer, but that's it. Just up.
Just up.
There you go.
Next up, we're going to have a new bouncing baby boy.
Bouncing baby boy.
It's going to go fly up to Devi's back, try and swing at her, actually get a hit off. Wait a minute.
You know what? I will use my Uncanny Dodge.
Yeah, exactly.
It puts my AC up to a 22.
Which is exactly what you needed to save. So as you see this thing sort of, well, you hear it flying behind you because they're the kind of creature that sort of cackles as it moves. Not very good for stealth in combat. You honestly just sort of duck as it tries to sort of swing at your head. It doesn't take much.
It's like
yeah. You get the trope. Next up are the elementals. We're actually going to start with the one in front of Riel.
Because Ollie loves hitting me.
I love hitting on you. Okay, because you're starting in melee range of it, you do take a nice little 4 cold damage, and then it's going to swing at you. What's your AC? It's a 22 right now. I believe it just narrowly misses with its first attack, and it's one of the things where this thing is not attacking with skill. You're very used to fighting skilled combatants, actually. It's just a big, heavy wall of ice with arms. It just sort of throws itself at you, Riel. The Shield of Faith is actually the thing that sort of coalesces in a golden light and stops it hitting again. When it tries to sort of swing at you more in this almost like a grappling tackle sort of thing, with a trained paladin with a shield, it's kind of child's play to you to try to hold the line. Riel, on the other hand, you do get hit.
So Riel on the other hand.
No, Devi, I mean.
Yeah, I was.
Your
I thought
sisters.
so, but
Yeah.
I figured as much, but I did want to confirm that.
Yes. You do get hit for 13 piercing damage and then 5 cold damage on top of that. And it does attack again. Okay. So with its first attack, which it's piercing damage, but I wouldn't say it pierces you in the fucking gut. It's one of those sort of like glancing hits where you're dodging and trying not to get actually pierced in the gut. The second one kind of strikes a little more true. First of all, hitting for... that would be 16 piercing damage.
16? Okay.
Yep, and then 14 cold damage on top of that.
Okay.
As this is the one, it literally punches you in the stomach with a spike shard fist that definitely, like, you are aware of how it feels when you can feel your own, like, warm blood trickling. It's definitely pierced something. Next up is General. Speaking of piercing something.
So, gonna move back because there's not much I can do with where I am. This lip right here, if I were just like back one more square, would I be able to throw over the lip no problem because of how tall the creature is?
Yeah.
Is that gonna give cover?
Yeah, no, that, yeah, no. Because where you were when you were throwing, I didn't even question it because it's a tall creature and you've got that sort of angle.
I just wanted to confirm because I don't want a chance of hitting Riel.
No.
So I'll go. Oop, I thought I was touching myself. Clicked.
Oh.
1, 2. So I'll go here so I can do that. As a bonus action, wait, it creates 3, right? So first I'm going to throw...
Yeah, I think it creates 3.
Yeah, so first I'm going to throw a pebble. Oh, shit, I forgot to add that to my character sheet because I'm a dummy, so I'm going to do it the same way. Another solid hit. Damage. Then I'm going to cast the spell again, which gives me 3 more, and then I'm going to throw 1 more. Oh, does a 14 hit? That's my lowest roll.
14 does not hit.
Okay, cool. So I actually missed it that one. So bonus, move, and standard. Okay, that's my whole turn. And I'll add that to my character sheet.
Will you? Next up is Riel.
Giving this boy a good old slashing with the old longsword.
Slashy.
It wasn't the slashing. It was the boy. Ian spent too much time around me.
Yeah, basically, you are entirely to blame. For
That's
this.
a hit.
Yeah, okay, excellent.
Is that bludgeoning? It is.
Yeah, let's do some
Okie dokie. That is pretty good damage.
second attack.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Alright. It's one of those things where he's been littering it with pebbles, magical pebbles, that actually do start causing cracks, because he's actually hitting with pretty good accuracy in the sort of same place over and over. You just start...
cracks.
Yeah, you just start attacking with your magical blade that glows with sunlight that obviously starts melting the ice as it as you slash through it. This is a tough thing. Even when you're cutting through the ice is reforming, or it's just thick and dense in its very core. It's still got a lot of fight left in it, but you are wounding it very dramatically.
Ollie, for the sake of being honest, my save is actually 1 modifier higher, but it didn't change the results anyways. Okay.
I figured it might be like one off.
Because I have a cloak.
Yeah, you're gonna be set on fire, but don't worry about it.
My plan originally was going to be get hit by ice, absorb elements, and then run back towards the fire elemental to stab it. This makes things easier, I guess.
The fire elemental's on your side for now. Okay, so it's going to immediately start attacking the ice elemental. The first few punches, sword strikes, don't really do much. Then eventually they start to cleave through the ice, as one would expect. And when they do start cleaving through the ice, even more effective than Riel's blade it is. It starts literally just melting them away, even down to the core. And then that's Devi. Oh, were you lit by the fire elemental, and now you?
I hadn't realised, but apparently yes, I was.
Ha! Yeah, you were.
Yeah, same thing here. My dark vision isn't activated, so I'm like, I can only see myself again.
I think it might just be a...
It might just be a click player has sight, but it's 120 feet.
I remember now.
Hey.
Yep, next up is Devi. You are going to need to just take damage.
Alright, is it fire damage?
Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna absorb elements.
Yep, which means you take 2 fire damage with it halved.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it was just the start of your turn because you're in the aura.
Gotcha. I will.
Oh, you also
action.
take cold damage.
Okay.
Which is a very strange thing. You're sort of taking extreme heats from both sides. You take 6 cold damage from
Very
the
unpleasant.
ice
Okay.
elemental. Yeah, very unfortunate.
So I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of go around over here. And I'm going to attack the creature. Do I get advantage on the attack roll?
Yep.
Some pointing?
The elemental is friendly. As friendly as an elemental can be, right?
So I'm going to cast Booming Blade and attack it.
That is very much a hit.
And then I get bonus damage. Fire
Yep.
damage.
Yes.
2d8. Extra 1d6. Okay. Sorry, my roll 20 is being super slow.
No,
Do not worry about
It's
it.
been slow recently. It doesn't matter.
Fire
Yeah.
damage.
You run up behind the thing and you do the Devi thing, and a kind of slow-moving creature made from ice is cut very, very badly by your booming blade. Like, this is vastly more injured than the one your sister's fighting. Something that gives you great pleasure, as you can see across the way. Great. Next up is Mikael.
Mikael is going to throw another firebolt at the statue.
Do better this time.
I hope so.
That's a hit.
Yay.
Okay. This firebolt, I mean, it's fire versus stone. Though your fire burns hotter than most, you do blow sort of the top chunk of the statue away, sort of the serpent's mouth and the sort of coil area, but you can still see icy mist sort of welling up from the bottom half. Although you're not really sure, of course, where that goes to. Right.
That will be it. That's it.
Awesome. Next up is this ice method dude who takes a little damage, then tries to run away and might take a whole lot more damage. He does. Does he just get killed by an opportunity attack? No, but it's close. The dream, and then goes Something like that. Then there's the ice elementals. First off, the one attacking Riel.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh.
If he...
The Mephit doesn't attack you.
No, that's fine. Okay, no, it doesn't technically. You're good.
Alright. Good. I know I am, baby. Riel! You are not hit at all. The ice elemental is just going against your shield. You, like, at this point, your magical shield that does not break, it's breaking against the shield. There's shards of ice sort of flying past you. And generally, you probably do have that kind of reaction of just like, damn. It's pretty impressive.
I'm finally fighting monsters that I don't actually get hit by.
Yeah. Shield of Paladin. Next up is the one fighting Devi. That, despite getting really good hits last time, you are now aware of how it's fighting. The more moments in the fight, the more swings the enemy takes, you know how to dodge. It's swinging after you, it's being melted, one of its arms is borderline falling off from the way you cut it. You aren't hit. General, what do you want to do?
Oh, I cast a spell. It's fairy fire, and
What color is your fairy fire?
I imagine it's not even one specific color. It kind of like fades between several different ones depending
you're
on
one of
on the
these?
mood. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm a halfling,
Yeah.
so we care about things like colors.
It does a dex
So-
save.
I cast fairy fire.
It fails because it's very slow, basically not moving at all. It sheds light.
Enough light for Riel to see extremely
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
All them nooks and crannies. So let me make sure I use a spell slot. Thank you. And I guess there's nothing else for me to cast. Riel, don't forget you're inspired right now if you need to use it.
True.
Sorry, just give me 2 seconds.
That is a noise of Ian totally forgetting.
I always forget inspiration.
I know. It's very easy to forget.
I think that's gonna have to be my turn. Yeah.
You want to stay in
Yeah.
a sort of good position.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Riel. You can see the creature again. You don't have disadvantage to attack it.
And I have advantage because it's fairy fire.
Yeah. In fact, for sure. Let me do the
Extra
little.
benefits.
One of these.
Ooh, and it's a
That
good
is a hit, just barely because of the fairy fire. So the way the fairy fire is very much affecting this thing
Oh, that's brilliant.
is that the glowing light is sort of clinging to the interior parts of the ice elemental, where the ice is strongest, but also more important to its motor functions, to the very being itself. You're slashing and stabbing and sort of putting the sword in and pushing with your arm into those more tender spots. Giving you a second attack. That's
a bit
also a hit.
Come on, better
Oh.
damage this time, please.
It's better.
Yeah, okay. It is better.
At least you have
Oh, did I take
magical
4
weapon.
damage for starting in?
You took 6 damage for starting in its aura.
Oh god, is it getting worse?
Statistically.
I
Next
can
up.
see a correlation here.
Couldn't tell if it was a sad cat or one of you guys. Next up is the fire elemental dude, who does very little. Again, punching and fighting at this ice elemental's back. More the aura of heat is doing more than the actual fists of the thing. Next up is Devi.
I take cold damage. Right? How much?
You take 4. Sorry, I muted myself because a police car was zooming by outside. 4 cold damage.
I'm gonna attack it. Same thing as before.
Very much a hit.
Jesus.
That is a kill.
Okay.
2 hits.
It
this time.
explodes.
Yeah, it explodes into chunks of ice. Well, what do you want? What do you want?
And then I can move, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can.
15. 560. I ignore difficult terrain with the boots, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
Next up is Mikhail.
I am going to throw fire at the statue again. And when I do so, this thing in front of me is going to take 8 damage because I just let off these hot flames coming out of my body.
It doesn't do that if you're doing a cantrip.
Oh, I keep forgetting that. Damn cantrips. First level or higher. You right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, throw it at
That's
the
a hit.
statue. Let's hope for some good damage here.
Yeah, that's real good damage. The just like the last one, although it took a couple of hits to get it there, it shatters. The magic inside has ceased.
And then I'll look at the elemental and say, come take care of this thing.
Okay. The Mephit tries to take care of you.
Sure.
It's gonna give you a lovely little ice massage. Give me a dex save. Hey! That's what we like to see. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
You take 2 cold damage. Wow.
And is that a melee attack?
No, it was an ice
Okay.
breath, but I rolled the lowest possible. On
You
an
know, I'll
already
take that
pretty
2
low
cold
thing.
damage.
Yeah, you better.
I'll take that. Take it for the team.
The icy elemental going to attack under EL. Your AC is 22 right now, right?
Correct.
This first punch coming in is one of the ones where like the sort of jagged end of its fist even starts to go through the shield of faith, where it sort of pushes against it, but then sort of realizes that's not going to be much leeway. The other one goes against your shield very standardly to the rest of its attacks. General.
So I mean, it's one of those things where I just gotta keep throwing my stones. So I got 2
Throw your
left in my
stones.
hands. I'm gonna hurl one.
Hell, them and then do a bonus actually.
Oh, actually, that was I Ericked, because he has fairy
Fairy
fire
fire.
on him.
For sure.
You Eric.
Huh.
And now it's a miss. Good job,
Yeah.
champ.
That's funny, but that's okay. I'll throw my other one.
And now it's a miss. Good job, Chad.
That's a hit. Yeah, you're getting better with this damage each time.
And with my bonus action, I create 3 more stones because I was out.
Mhm.
And that's my turn. I'm hoping that Riel appreciates the aid.
I
Yeah.
very much appreciate the aid.
Yeah, not everyone is Devi who can 2-hit pretty much any monster.
It kind of makes sense for why Devi's kind of a snooty douche. Is because she's like, psh, like, well, oh, listen, the only thing
That's
you're good
why-
for is distracting them. Well, that and being, related to the crown.
Yeah.
There's a lot
There's
of
a lot of
reasons.
It's
Riel.
complicated. Yep. Am
One
I
has to
taking
deal with
cold
this shit.
damage?
Yes. 4. 4.
Okay.
Not 4 blank. 4.
Yeah, it confused me.
Yeah, no, I realized that too. Sometimes words ain't too good.
Bonk.
That's a hit. Bonk.
Yeah.
Can't bonk with a sword.
Yeah, sure you can. You bonk it with a pommel.
I mean, I suppose that bit's not magical.
Okay.
Well, it might be. I suppose it probably is. By
It's
extension.
entirely covered in radiant light. Sure, the pommel is magical. It's also why it didn't do much damage.
You're doing consistent damage.
I'm
Over
doing-
here, Team Everyman, you're doing like consistent, slow slogs of damage. You've not got the kill today, but you might get the kill tomorrow, and that's what
Yeah.
really matters. The Fire Elemental.
Eventually, Devi will get over here and kill Steel in 1 hit.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Mephit is just the Fire Elemental runs over and with its sword of fire just pierces the Ice Mephit through the chest, where it melts outwards. It's a very sad display. if you believe that these creatures are sentient. It's just wise to not do so. Next up is Devi, sprinting across the ice.
I'm going to move over here. I'm going to try to acrobatics up there.
Yep.
Do I have to roll? Because the lowest I can get.
Yeah, the lowest you can get is a pass, so I guess you don't
Okay.
need to roll.
Jump
Sort of
up.
like the take to 10
Over here.
system, right?
I'm going to attack it.
I'm gonna attack it.
You have advantage for multiple reasons. Yep.
And here's the kill.
Oh yeah, with a crit.
Yeah, there's no way this isn't a kill. This statistically, just from like your attack modifiers, was a kill. So, yeah, it explodes. It's one of those ones where Riel in general probably didn't even see her coming. The ice elemental just explodes, and then as the sort of mist clears, there she is.
I feel like too, like even Riel in general, like General was just kind of like down on the platform, just kind of like hurling rocks up, like no concern. Occasionally doing the one spell to assist, hurling rocks up there. Riel is doing very much like a like it's not even like there's a lot of heart into the fight. It's pretty routine for us.
Yeah.
And then like it's almost like we're just going through the steps. Then she comes over, she's like, stop.
No,
playing.
I imagine even better.
It's like a running leap off onto the platform.
Like at the moment General throws a stone, at the moment it hits, she attacks. So General for a moment is like, "Oh my god, what did I just do?"
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like she takes a second to like look this thing. She goes up right there, and like pokes it with the rapier, and the whole thing just like hits the right spot.
The right spot. Mm.
And with that, the battle is won.
Woohoo!
You can continue up the tower.
The battle is always won when you hit the right spot. Mm.
All right, Lude.
It
dude.
wasn't
Alright.
great the first time.
Being weird. I will
Do it again.
look at my fire
You see,
elemental, and I will thank him.
The fire elemental nods and actually starts traveling sort of downwards from the tower, the other way.
I look at the rest of the group and I'll say, I believe they said metal was next.
He is
Yes, presumably another tougher challenge than the last couple.
Well, guess we should move forward then. And I go to continue forward.
You start moving up the tower. Very
Yeah.
well.
In the same order we've been working in.
The same order, which, if I remember correctly, was Riel, you... No, it was actually Riel General, you. I moved you forward because you threw the stone.
Yep.
As we jump off the platform, I put a hand on Riel's shoulder, and I'm like, "You weakened it for me. Don't worry."
I just give.
And the
her a
voice is not genuine.
I'm completely used to this, so
You ain't gonna beat me. Ain't gonna beat me.
She knows how it is. Alright, so we're actually going to take a real quick break-a-reno, a break-a-doodly-woodly-doo,
Perfect timing.
Please don't.
a break-a...
Just please.
a break-teen shake.
Just don't.
Hey! I said protein shake the other day and you basically called
It
me
was
big-
weird!
You
Calling
say
someone a protein
protein
shake
shake.
is weird.
Protein shake is better than break teen shake.
But unfortunately, I know Alyssa's in chat, and she probably like full-on laughed at protein shake. So you know what? You probably get the pass today. We're gonna be back in a
don't.
couple of minutes. Always do. That's my motto.
Or don't.